everyone, it's Tanya from Tanya Kraus Horsemanship, and you are joining Millie and I for the Millie Diaries. It's episode 33. So I feel like we're in a bit of a, it's not major, but there's just been a few hiccups along the way. So the episode I think that I filmed, so today's Tuesday, all the horses had yesterday, they've had the last 3 days off, Saturday, Sunday and Monday. We've been fencing here at the property, and we've just been pulling massively long days. The horses have been getting fed in the dark, literally no time to do anything, which is fine. I mean, you know, to have a few days off, it's not a big deal. That's not what I'm, you know, worried about. But then the day before that, I think the Friday I managed to film, and the Thursday she'd had the day off, and we've had all that, you know, like I reset the new goals, and I kind of felt like half of one of the old goals hasn't been done yet, which is her back feet. And you know, Phil's been sick. He's either been sick or he's at work, or he's sick and he's at work, and so we just haven't been able to get that done. And I mean, it's, you know, it's fine. We've been working on it. I've been working on it. And I haven't managed to sort of start doing anything about the rug or anything like that. So I feel like we need to like reset and recalibrate. After 3 days off, all I've done is I've put the halter on, I've caught her, I've brushed her mane and her forelock, and I've brushed her body, and I've picked up all of her feet and picked them out. And I'm just going to go ahead and move her around, almost like retouch base with her. The less handling the horse has had in its life, I think the more, the further back you need to go, so to speak. Just because I think it's really easy for a horse with limited handling to recess back into being unhandled as opposed to being handled. So I'm not going to go all the way back to the start or anything like that, but today I just want to touch base with her, reconnect, move her around a bit, and then tomorrow we'll get started almost with a fresh slate again. Obviously I'm not going to go back to the start with the preparation I've been doing for the trailer loading or everything, but that just hasn't been building the way I wanted it to build, you know, because we've had the days off and this, that and the other. So I'm going to go ahead and just move her around a little. So the other day we did the lateral bend and the hindquarter and forequarter yield. So it's really just about having a conversation with her. And the added bonus is when I start riding her, these ground exercises I'm going to use to make sure that she's safe to get on. So there's a little hindquarter yield to me touching her to a physical cue. Change sides, and do it on that side. Little defensive on that side, you can see her looking at me, and she's stepping behind, or she steps behind with that inside hoof instead of in front of, which is fine. Take her into a little forequarter yield. She's trying to walk forward, so I just lift her up, and even though she counter bends, I don't want her to counter bend, that's better. So we got through a little bit of an argument there. She was kind of going to follow Rip, and I just said no and lifted her up. This forequarter yield, or turn on the haunches, this is me tuning her up for when I ride her. I'm touching her in the same place that the hackamoor's going to touch her, on the face, and so I'm cueing that leg with the leading rein of the hackamoor. I'm just building in that little physical cue. Nice little lick and chew there. I'm going to ask her to get back now. So she has been taught all of these exercises as per at the colt start. So there she took that as a send cue. So notice how I've got my concrete shoes on. I don't enter into it. I don't need to tell her she's in trouble for that. I'm just going to keep putting her back. She keeps going to send. See, she's anticipating the circle. So all I need to do is say no. Back up, back up, Good. See, she's trying to do the right thing. So for me, to tell her the big release there, the big snort, because she was confused. She didn't know what I wanted, and she's kind of like, oh, you're telling me to circle, like this is the body position that I use to circle, obviously, after I send her. So she's trying to do the right thing, right? She's saying, it's circling, and I'm saying, no, it's circling, no, it's circling. If I get big with her, if I go, no, it's not, it's back up, then all I've done is just knock the try out of that horse. All I've done is tell her that she's wrong for trying to do what she thinks that I want her to do. Just be patient and persistent and don't take it personally. It's not personal. It's just her thinking that she knows what I want. There it is again. So I'm just going to send a little bump down the rope and a little wiggle. Good. Other one. Good. Teaching the backup like this, there's a lot of information out there about the backup and how it makes them hollow in the back if you jiggle the rope and all that sort of stuff. And this is true, this is very true. So when I teach my performance horses to back up as a repetitive ground exercise that I'm going to use to promote good body health, it's a different backup. This backup is to teach her to move back off my energy. And the most important thing we need to realize about it is that this is the cue, not the wiggling of the rope. She should be going backwards now, yeah? So the wiggling of the rope just sends a vibration down there that says to her, hey Millie, you should be doing something. Hey Millie, you should be doing something. Hey Millie, you should be doing something. And that's it. It's just a little reminder. It's not to force the horse to go backwards. She's going to do something that I can either reward, which is the backup step, or she would have left again and I would have corrected it. She doesn't need a great big wiggle down the rope, which does cause the head to go. And if a horse is coming over the top of me, I'll absolutely do that. I've got no problem with doing it. But, there's all this information out there that says, oh, it's so bad for the horse and you're teaching it to be hollow and da-da-da. Well, we're forgetting that the initial cue, there's the lick and chew, that's what I wanted. The initial cue is not feel in the rope. The first cue is just that little bit of an elevation in my body language where I'm saying, hey, can you give me space? The same as I ask her to do a hindquarter yield. When I say move out of my space, like that, she might be a little bit off camera there, but she just did a hindquarter yield with just my body saying, hey, move out of the way. That's what I want her to be doing. So that backup cue is move back, and then the wiggle of the rope is just a little, hey ho, you're supposed to be doing something. It's just a little tempo to say, hey, I want you to do something. And sure, some horses need you to encourage them a little more if they don't know it at all. Obviously, Millie does know the backup exercise. But I might tap them on the chest or do something to support the horse, to help the horse find what it is that I'm after, not punish the horse for not doing what I want. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to just recalibrating and getting back into the swing of things with the Millie Diaries. I was obviously also really busy with the launch of the new online platform, my Patreon account, and I'm getting a lot of great feedback from that, so thank you so much to everyone who's joined that. If you're enjoying the Millie Diaries, then head on over to find the link on the Facebook page for the Patreon account, and I'm filming every single session with my horses. There's already about 20 videos uploaded, and there's just new ones getting added all the time. Thanks so much for watching.